Hello, and welcome to the Argyle SMB Finance Leadership Forum, Future Trends for SMB Finance. My name is Nick with Argyle, and it's great to have everyone joining us today. A couple of notes before I turn things over to our esteemed speaker. First, a quick reminder to stop by our sponsors' virtual booths at any time during today's event and for the following week. Our partners are committed to providing you with valuable content and a great overall experience. At any time during today's event, you can visit their virtual booths from the main agenda page, which include complimentary materials, information, and meet and greet opportunities. To ask questions throughout the session, simply type into the Q&A chat, and we will address your questions at the end of the session. Now, without further delay, I would like to introduce our speaker, Jabin Givergis George, Global Enterprise Architect and FinTech Transformation Leader, Tata Consultancy Services Limited. We're super excited to have Jabin with us for a keynote presentation titled, Harnessing Data-Driven Financial Insights for Growth. Welcome, Jabin. Over to you.
And I'm really excited to speak at this forum. And the topic is really something which we all need to understand, that how we can enable data-driven foundation for any enterprise so that we can scale, automate, and make our enterprise intelligent. So let me just give you a little bit background about me. I'm currently working as a global service delivery manager, enterprise architect, and financial technology transformation leader, working for capital markets Tata Consultancy Services. I do have like over a decade of experience predominantly for financial services client. But apart from that, my experience forte, I do have transformation experience with world's largest renewable energy services. And also I started my career with retail energy US clients. So a little bit of background about me. And I'm also fortunate to be part of some of the recognized advisory boards, Forbes, Kiplinger, and Leaders Excellence, and some other publication forums. And for my personal AI product and research innovation, I'm working on how we can help this planet a better place by making sustainable business practices, making it easier for any enterprise to adopt. So that is where I am right now. Let's, without taking much of time, let's go to the topics that we really want to discuss on this keynote. So one is like how we can leverage data, how we can have a solid data foundation for our enterprise, and how it can be critical for our decision making, especially from small, medium-sized businesses to the large-scale enterprises. And now AI, how it can augment the functions. And if we are not adopting it, are we losing, or what is the dark stock for us? Because we all know very too many stories out there. Like if the enterprises are not able to scale or grow as per the technology trends or as per their consumers are moving, then we are definitely losing the game. So what can we do? Now, the third aspect of this is that what are some of the practices that we can leverage from some large scale organizations and start implementing in a cost effective way. We have to look for cost effective solutions, but at the same time, we need to start looking for leveraging this data analytics platforms, or how these insights can help us to grow or enter into new markets or new growth opportunities. We are going to touch on some of the technology platforms and tools, predominantly by SAP or similarly whatever company does, and what similar type of large scale organizations do support the small and medium sized businesses, and we can go from there. So let me go to the next slide. So here we are specifically focusing on how data can drive the financial insights, or how it can help a small and medium business. So I know we all have been talking, and every time we open LinkedIn or every time we go to a technology platform, we keep on hearing the data, and it's been there for a while. I would say since 2012, I have been hearing data is the new gold, data is the new currency. But what as an enterprise are we doing? Like right now, the companies and enterprises are focusing too much on the AI implementation or generative AI implementation. But it's like how we start building a house, same way when we talk about an enterprise, data is the key element. If we are not able to sort our data, unify the data sources, then definitely this data is not giving us any value. So if that data has to turn as a gold as equivalent to gold or as equivalent to the new currency for your enterprise, then you have to sort your data. You have to structure your data. You have to give strong foundation. You have to bring in your engineering and IT transformation architects together and see that, okay, what all are my consumers happy with my service or not? Where can we further grow? Can we expand into new markets? Can we do we need to where is our why our internal workflows is not able to work strategically or prioritize it? Are we doing a lot of mundane tasks every day? So those are the questions that we need to start answering. If we are not answering or responding, then definitely we will lose in this particular AI data analytics age, because the companies are moving so fast. So the companies who stay competitive, who are able to run fast, they make it. So that's where data is not just like it's like the days are gone when we say that, okay, we need a data foundation. Now it's like taking action on it to make your data foundation strong. What it will enable, even for a small and medium businesses also, it can tell us like automate their functional task, automate your financial management time, automate your budget forecasting, automate your financial planning. A lot of things it can do. It can empower you with so much of things, but everything starts with one thing: data as your core. So definitely we all know that. Like, enough of this. Let me not take a lot of time in this slide. Let's move to the I think I already gave a background why for an enterprise, or everyone keep on saying the data. So definitely data is crucial because it is giving me the insights where we need to go fast. What is our current performance? What is our cash flow? Can we improve the cash flow or not? Where are we taking so much of time in making a product and reaching it to the consumer side? For example, the financial services client, if they are not able to sort their operational or the compliance risk, if they do not automate their regulatory function reporting, these all are like very heavy. There are heavy losses, revenue losses we can face because of the regulatory fines. What the financial boards come up and they will ask upon doing an audit, or for example, it could be just a technology product also. For example, for if you're talking about a large scale organization, you are procuring a software and you do have thousands of licenses. And if you do not know when to renew it, and if you're not renewing on time, you can end up paying a lot of money to the third party vendor or the service provider. So that's where we need to understand that data is definitely crucial, so that we know that where we like how are we doing today, where can we go further, what needs to be improved. Now, why we say that data's role in strategic agility? Definitely, agile is something like we learn, we introspect, we gather insights about our customers, we gather insights about our business problems, and then we make, okay, we start improving, we take feedback again, and we keep on improving. For example, we can roll out a function as, say, Bank of America or any other Capital One or SAP, but we do not know how our business users are liking it, how our consumers are liking it. So take immediate feedback, inspect and adapt. Simple. So that is why we say that use your data to give as much as transparency, as much as insightful as, so that you can unlock the maximum value and use it for the transformation. Now, AI is definitely playing a bigger role in terms of critical decision making, because you have a plethora of data. If you have sorted your data, if the data foundation is strong, then you can easily integrate AI. That is what the second box is saying, that can you prepare a strong foundation, your house of data sources? Because right now, even if we talk about a small enterprise or medium enterprise, it is so hard to put your data or your consumers' data in a single spreadsheet. You move to a database or you move to a cloud portal. So see, we need to find, because for a single customer itself, there are so many processes and flows involved, from ordering something to reaching out to the customer end. We do have this bank communications. We have ordering at your front end portal, what the consumers see. The backend is your servers, which is talking to few of other API sources, making sure that the data is correct, the identity is correct. And sometimes you would be having third party subcontractors or logistics or the service providers who do the task on behalf of you, where you have contracted. So it's not what we see. It's a lot complicated and a lot of chaos at the back end. But again, can we streamline these data sources? That is one key question or the key ask. So if your data foundation is strong, you can easily empower your enterprise, be it a small and medium business. Also, you can the dashboard age is gone. Now we are talking about real-time analytics. If this real-time data analytics, if as an enterprise, any size of the enterprise, if you're able to consume it, then we can integrate AI easily. You plug in, use your data, and add value to your consumers instantly. For example, how our credit card companies who are really doing digitally well, they immediately pop up options for us. Okay, do you you're spending on these areas are good. Do you want more promotions from our side? What are you looking for? That is the power we want to bring into the table. How you can elevate your customer experience as an enterprise for your consumers. That's where we need to go, the real-time insights. Because we do not want, let's say customer is looking for something today and you are coming back after a month, it won't be of any use. We need to close that deal. We need to capture that traction, what we are getting. So that's where the real-time analytics are driven. And that's where we can say that, okay, we as an enterprise, we are finally into the financial transformation space. Now, what McKinsey is trying to say is that definitely if any small and medium businesses, if they start adopting any analytical platform or data analytical platform, they can definitely see the critical decision making. It goes fast. They're able to save time, at least 30% of the reduction in the financial management time. That's the survey by McKinsey. Let's move to the next slide. Okay, so the same element, what as an enterprise, what I as an architect or what our company does it for our customers is the same thing. Can we do a maturity assessment where you stand and establish your data governance and quality? Why data governance is you do have as an enterprise multiple levels of data. What is your transactional data or operational data? And behind that, the key or the most important data is your master data. We do not want that if the data is not governed properly, you can land up as an enterprise into multiple issues, the breach of security or the breach of sensitive information. So the primitive and most important data and your transactional data, operational data, it has to be governed properly. The quality of data governance should be really good. So first, let's do a maturity assessment. Let's see where is our data foundation. We improve the data governance and we create a single source of truth. Why creating a single source of truth is like if we can unify as many platforms together and integrate it one place, it gives a 360 view. For example, as a financial advisor, if someone start talking that I want to raise a capital, even as a client or as a trader, I definitely get a 360 view. What is your different aspects where you have done your investments? What are you currently looking for? I get some insights, and that helps me in guiding to the as a financial advisor, I can guide my consumers in the right direction. That is where we need to go. Now that we are talking at a small scale intelligence, but we need to definitely optimize it. This foundation and insights will show us the real picture where we need to focus and where we can improve the cash flow or cost savings or the lead time. When we say the lead time to book something and get something at the final stage. So that's where we are seeing the optimization. Now scaling, definitely now the days are again gone when we were sticking up to our own data centers, our own infrastructure facilities. Why? Because we are not able to as intelligently scale. If you open up a new market, we need to set up the infrastructure. We need to invest a lot. Right now, from a small and medium businesses, I think it is definitely you should do a capex kind of analysis. Like if you start investing on your own assets versus if you go to a hyperscaler, multiple cloud enablers, how you can save cost. Pay as you consume the services. That's why we need to go from the capex to opex model. You definitely need to do your due diligence analysis. Now, what it enables, let's say SAP is a very good hyperscaler service provider. We as in TCS also provide the same kind of services. So as depending on the hyperscalers, what are you getting out of it is that cost savings, flexibility, and intelligent resource computing. You need not to worry about what is your consumption of resources. Your infrastructure will automatically scale based on the traffic of the consumers, based on the demand of your resources. It intelligently distributes it. That's why cloud is an imperative solution for us to move if we want to scale. Now, once this foundation and the data is optimized, we can now look after the ecosystem of intelligence. Ecosystem of intelligence is nothing but, let's say, it's talking about the second 360 view. I would say, in my perspective, you sorted your organization. Now, you would be having so many strategic partners. Either it could be a technology service provider, either you are consuming technology from them, either you are consuming business from them, or you are having a partnership, or you recently did a mergers and acquisition. Now the post acquisition, how you streamline your platforms, that's what we call it as the ecosystem. The entire ecosystem or the hemisphere of your business, that's your ecosystem of the intelligence. So it's just not talking about one enterprise, but the impact from a consumer to the partnership to the all levels. We can say that that's your ecosystem. So can you sort and transform your ecosystem, improve operationally, etc. So the data foundation will elevate your financial transformation. And what are the things that you can start looking at? Preemptively, you can control your risk. Preemptively, you can control the penalties. Preemptively, you can do AI-driven forecasting. Okay, what is my spending looks like? Where can I go further? Where can I grow further? Those are the things we should start looking into this. So the future, like Gartner to all the companies, based on the survey, we are definitely going into the age of AI. AI is definitely, we need to beautifully adapt to it, because we do not want to be losing the game. At the same time, we want to sound fruitful for our consumers and add the right value. So AI-driven finance is something, the hyper-autonomous finance, that is where we are now moving towards. So I think we spoke a lot, but this is how you should start: simple, clean. I think I left one thing. The first thing is that do assessment, and then you create a solid foundation, you optimize it, and then you start looking for transformation. Simple. Now a case study. Like, I just want to give one of my recent experiences. Like, it's not very recent, but 3 years back, I was working for one of the financial services client, and it was one of the largest acquisitions what we had. So whenever like post COVID, I think it is a strategic. I would say it is a strategic leadership decision for most of the companies. If we really want to grow fast, we should look for M&A options for us. So as a small and medium businesses, it can work in both ways. Either you can get acquired, or you can start looking for further partners to expand it to the new market. But the challenges from a data perspective, what you're going to face, based on my experience, is that one of the financial services clients that I was working for acquired a trading platform, and we had post acquisition and before post acquisition, after the HR onboarding. That's what happens in any M&A. Like your legal post day one, once you have the HR onboarding done, the employees are being exchanged. Now we start looking at the technology stack. The problem is that when you already acquired a company, you don't want to keep on investing on the same resources which your parent company is already investing in. So you can look for sorting it, unifying it, and have a technology strategic decision done there. So that's where why am I explaining this, is that how your data-driven architecture can help you or enable you. Sorry that the sensors in my conference room gone. So hope, I mean, you can see the presentation anyway, that's okay. Let me come to you. So what are the larger challenges that we have seen in this company? The disjointed technology stacks at both the places. The data are siloed at both the places. Like, obviously the acquiring company is having its own architecture in place, and the company that is getting acquired has their own data sources at a different place. Now, from a regulatory compliance, also these two set of compliance standards, what are we following? So we need to sort it. So that's where the solution, which we partnered with, I won't say it is completely from our side, but we partnered with the strategic key managing directors of the company, and we created a data-driven integration framework for them, that how your whole ecosystem looks like. And the results are, what we can say is that the operational risk is reduced. We have a good go-to-market, and we have good client experience. Now, I just do not want to stay here for a long time. The one thing, from a small and medium enterprises to the large enterprises, we definitely need to know what the market trends looks like. So recent Gartner surveys, I've been just looking into it. So it tells us a lot of things. Like, your data is definitely a critical foundation for your decision making, your strategic agility, and preemptively managing the risk and how you can grow ahead. So what it tells us is that all the organizations as of now, they are definitely utilizing data and AI to the core. 70% of top 500 companies are definitely focusing on the converging analytics governance. 58% of financial functions, either it could be any, it's an horizontal function for any enterprise financial function. Your payment system, your invoicing, billing, can it be automated? Can the cash flow be improved when you're expanding to new markets? And how you gain the operational efficiency? So Gartner says that these all are real key values to your enterprise if you start looking at the right place. Now moving back to, okay, so hyper automation is nothing but we have been talking about manual spreadsheet to database to scaling AI. Now it's about the observability or the intelligent self-healing capability. For example, as a business, if your enterprise is so intelligent and fully functional, it is entering into a self-healing or self-responsive kind of system. It is acting on its own. I think 90% of the organizations will deploy some point of it. For example, automatic ticket resolution, how the bots are able to do your level one of work, like reset your password. So those kind of things from a financial firm to any firm, we will see some kind of self-healing, infrastructure healing, or self-healing of the ticket resolution. First point of customer at the, like the bot itself is talking to the consumer and helping them move to use something, give them the support. So those kind of hyper automation functions we are definitely going to see with the help of AI. And risk mitigation, definitely, I think from a financial point of view, financial capital markets or any financial services clients point of view in the banking, risk mitigation is definitely something we are not moving anywhere without sorting our risk. So it's everything looks like minimum to zero risk. So AI can play a lot of it can be very important and pivotal for us to help us govern actually. So I know we are very close to the time. So some of the best practices or what we can start looking from an enterprise point of view, like how you centralize your data from multiple sources and utilize it for real-time insights, how you can start predicting what your consumers are looking for. What are the different softwares? Like I think SAP is investing heavily and helping all their customers to Mojo, cloud-based platform. I know I just got a reminder, so I think we are very close to the time. So I will just move it. So you start looking from your billing invoice perspective, how you can other things. So whichever can be fixed by AI, intelligent automation, you should start doing it. Why? Because and start adopting enterprise level of data driven frameworks, which would make your company stay competitive and grow to the next level. So I think let me be here, and I think I need to be okay. So over to you, Nick. Maybe if you can help me with.
Sure. Yeah, excellent, Jabin. Thanks. Yeah, I have some audience questions here. Here's one. How can SMBs ensure the accuracy and reliability of their financial data?
Okay. So traditionally we have been doing our traditional financial analyst and CFOs. They know how the manual processes are being done. So we definitely like whenever we are adopting these kind of technology platforms, we need to make sure that it is accurate or not. How good are we this? So it's like AI cannot, like the human intelligence should always be there. It can make our life easy. It is just an enabler or augment it, but we cannot say that it is accurate. So that's where what we need is that we definitely have to have our key human stakeholders get the data validated. If AI is saying something to us, is it making sense or not? That's where our human experience comes in. The financial advisors who have been in the industry, who were doing the risk modeling or stock modeling just with Excel based off sheet, imagine AI cannot replace their experience, what comes from like we are trying to adapt it. So we just have to keep on checking what is your accuracy and keep on improving. And we just have to customize and make our AI train in the right direction. For example, that's where the training aspect of data definitely comes. And I think I used AI a lot, but if your data, you train it with your human experience, then it can help us as accurate as possible. But coming back to the question, there is no one source of truth or answer for this. We have to make our AI learn and give us the best result. And human intelligence has to definitely be in the picture always to review, audit, and use it to the best.
Great. Here's another question. What are the potential benefits of using data-driven insights to inform budgeting and forecasting?
Great. So my experience based on supply chain and financial services client, I think for every company, quarter to quarter, budget forecasting is something the CFOs and the whole financial team keep on spending it. And what we do is that we keep on collecting and manually going to these departments, get the data. We have right now a lot of these function is sorted using SAP as an enterprise, or CRM portals give us so much of information. But still, we traditionally walk over to our financial advisors or financial analysts and say that what, as a CFO, I would be taking their views. Now, when it comes to the forecasting quarter on quarter, it's still a manual. A lot of manual task is involved here. So what I would say is that if you start putting all the data at one place, it will automatically give you a trend. What is your spending, or what is your budget forecasting report looks like? How are you performing in North America? How are you performing in Latin America? So that definitely takes a lot of manual and operational work from our regular job functions, and accelerates to it can be an accelerator for putting the budget forecasting and automatically give a visual view. We just have to fix it. Now, same thing goes with the forecasting. For example, you train your data very well, and it is able to forecast based on your history of data and some economic factors into the play. And it can say that, okay, we can predict so many of orders maybe because of the peak season. Or now Black Friday is coming, how much of the orders or the PO purchase orders can come to our company. So those kind of things, I think AI can be an enabler, even from a small and medium businesses also. For example, what is the trend going on? Are people are looking for what kind of products now? Like, I think I just to a fancy story that I read in the internet, and I could be the Morgans there was a hot shot mug which was very popular, and a coffee mug, just to give an example. But a lot of people were ordering it like anything, and mostly from different markets. So the trend was going up. So it could open or give me an eye opener where I could have more business coming from. So it depends on different line of businesses. But to answer you, yes, so AI can accelerate and be an enabler for us to power our business in that way.
Great. And I think we can squeeze in one more question. How can SMBs leverage data analytics to identify new growth opportunities and expand their market reach?
Perfect. So I think this is good. So what it will do is for a small and medium business point of view, let's say if we are doing very good, we just have to use. I think it depends. Like if your data analytics platform is good and your data is really good, you can compare it with similar growth markets, where your product will be having some traction. But for that, your trend, you're forecasting how much of investment you can do. So the financial insights will drive you. Can you grow further to the market? That is one aspect of it. Second aspect of it is that you can it depends on the business. For example, I want to start a fintech company. I would try to get the investment reports, what type of small and medium businesses are running in Latin America, in North America. And let's say if I'm doing very well in North America, can I expand with the same business model to LATAM? So we will be giving our data-driven platform the market data, the markets and insight data. We will give it to our technology platform. It will give us more insights comparing what we are doing now versus will this particular business model sustain in the new geography or not. So that is a sort of intelligence or something that we can start looking for. Yeah.
Great. Well, thank you again, Jabin, for such an incredible keynote. And I want to thank everyone else for joining us today. This session, along with all of today's content, will be available on demand following the event. This officially concludes the Argyle SMB Finance Leadership Forum, Future Trends for SMB Finance. Thank you again for joining us today and engaging in our content. We look forward to seeing you at our next Argyle Digital Finance event soon, which will be our